Okay, so the first thing you want to do before you start sewing, you've got your fabric cut, you took your measurements, you got your fabric cut, is you want to use a knit needle, which works best for knit fabrics. It keeps it from pulling and stretching and the needle getting stuck in there. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is change my needle out. Okay, so now I've got my needle changed out. Now I need to start sewing the fabric. So I've got white thread on here, even though this is mostly a black fabric. I just thought the white thread would go better with it. Now I'm going to fold it over since I'm doing one piece, and sew with right sides facing together, and I'm going to sew that back seam all the way down. I'm not going to leave a split in the back since this is pretty good stretchy material, so we don't need a split. I believe she'll still be able to move in it without the split. Okay, what I've got here is some 1-inch elastic, and I don't like to use the ribbed elastic for skirts and lightweight projects like this, so this is just regular elastic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew the elastic on the top edge, and then I'm going to flip it and make the casing for it, kind of without having to put it in the casing. So what I'll do is I'll put my machine on a zigzag stitch, and not too tight of a zigzag stitch, just to sew this around the top edge. And with the wrong side out on the outer side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this elastic and start on the back seam, and I've taken off my free arm here so it's not in the way. And you want to make sure this fabric is laying flat, because this knit tends to want to curl over and you don't want it to get messy. So first thing I'm going to do is tack this on here with a little back stitch, and then I'm just going to slowly just pull in the elastic a little bit because it's almost to the size of the waist. I'm just going to pull it a little bit and sew it right on the top edge of the fabric here. So now that we have this elastic sewn onto the waist, it's probably a good time at this point to have your model or the person you're making it for try it on to make sure it fits nice and snug. This is not the kind of thing you want to slip off. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Blue try it on, and then I will continue putting the skirt together. So I had Blue try this little skirt on, and it fit pretty good. I did have to cut some of the bottom off because it seemed really long for her. So now what we're going to do is finish up the waist, and then we're going to put a hem on it, and our little pencil skirt will be done. So what I want to do with this part here is we're going to take this and turn it back wrong side out, and we're going to take the waistline and fold it over itself, and you want it to fit over that elastic snug, or else you're going to have loose and bunchy pieces, and you're going to have to pull this just right. This is a little tricky. I don't often do a elastic waistline like this, but it works better for knit, I think, if you're careful. So I'm going to put it on a straight stitch, and I'm going to start at the back because that helps me line everything up, and I'm going to go ahead and tack it on with a back and forth stitch. And then what I'm going to do is just what I did when I put it on the top edge. I'm going to pull a little bit and sew, and I'm going to sew right along the edge of the fabric here. So if everything goes correctly, this is what you'll have for the waistline. And so now all we need to do is make a hem, and we can do that by, if you're going to do the tight zigzag stitch at the edge of a stretch fabric like this, you're going to get a rolled kind of a wavy hemline, and if that's what you're going for, that's fine. But if that's not what you want, then you need to fold the hem over and sew it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so there you have it, our little stretch knit pencil skirt. This is more like a mini skirt, but she's going to wear it with leggings. Hope y'all enjoyed this little tutorial. Peace. Bye-bye.